Hey guys, I can't see a darn thing on my screen right now because it is super bright out here and it's super hot. But we are on the lakes, on the shores of Lake Okeechobee. It's really interesting. The water's kind of wild, but here's the thing: really low water levels, super low. All that brown stuff you see right now, that is normally that is water. So I'm gonna run over here, see if we can find any gators. I can't be on very long. I really just wanted to show you guys the lake. It is blisteringly hot, but it's beautiful. Do you see any gators? I don't see any gators, not yet anyway. I'm looking. Who's on? Who's on? I'm sorry, I can't see, and everybody who writes with blue, it's impossible for me to see that. Rain, something, I don't know. Anyway, just enjoy the view, my friends. Ooh, I already see some gators. See, there's one way over there. He's pretty far away and he keeps disappearing. And normally, we see gators all along here. And now I don't see any. Just that one in the water that's way over there. Can you see him? The black thing in the water. That's a gator. Where have all the gators gone? Long time passing. Where have all the gators gone? Long time ago. Where have all the gators gone? Gone to swamplands, everyone. When will they ever learn? Okay, anyway, this is Lake Okeechobee. It's so big, it almost looks like the ocean, doesn't it? But it's got lake waves, which means it has no waves. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous here. This is one of my most favorite places to be in the world. Good old Lake Okeechobee, the heart of Florida. Yeah, it looks like an ocean. All right, you guys. So I wanted to talk a little bit about the Otto Penn scandal. And I want to hear the testimony of everyone involved. I want to hear what Jill Biden has to say for herself, and then I want to see her punished accordingly for attempting to fool the American public. And you might have fooled some people, but apparently you didn't fool enough of us that we were further tricked into voting for Cackles. Everything about the last 4 years, wait, I can't walk here, I'm gonna trip on a stone. Everything about that administration was fake. And I am so proud of my fellow Americans who could see right through it and realize that President Trump, sorry, thought I saw something, that President Trump was the right person to lead this country back into prosperity. which was where we were before they did everything they could to stop him from another term. I mean, the lengths that they would go to, they were virtually, they couldn't believe, first of all, that he won in 2016 because they thought they rigged it. But we, the silent majority, told them, oh no, we don't want the wildebeest to be president ever. That's horrible. That would be the worst thing that could happen to this country, and we will not put up with it. Sorry, I'm going to put my sunglasses on, see if I can see a little better. So we said, no, hell no. And they didn't like that. And you could see for 4 years, they made up every lie they could. They threw everything that they could at him. And then finally, let's just say they let Fauci do his thing. And you saw what they did. You saw your parents, your grandparents get sick and pass away alone. You saw them demanding that everybody get what, and then or lose your job or lose all contact with your family, etc., etc., etc. Or if you needed a little push, maybe you could have some free donuts, anything that was not good for you. That's what they promote. Seriously, think about it. These people have down the line promoted anything that is bad or weird or harmful to society or not good for children or destructive to your moral compass. And I'm not even going to say what these things are because you already know. And if I talk like that, I'm going to get canceled, right? They've tried to cancel me so many times now. I just don't fall for it anymore. Not like I ever did fall for it because, they keep trying to stop me. And here I am still spouting my belief system. I wish I could read what you guys are saying. Oh, it's so hard. Anyway, I want to say hi to everybody. I'm sorry, it's really hard for me to see. Let's see, there's Dorothy. Hi, Dorothy. Seen a couple past gators in Orlando. Oh yeah, there's gators in Orlando for sure. Yeah, Darla couldn't see her family. Huge lake. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, and what about those who were tricked into getting their arm pierced and then injected with something that did not stop any virus, I can tell you that. And then they got sick. And then they were told, you are not sick because of that. Come on. You were going to get sick anyway. Really. Like, how done with this are you? I can't take it anymore. All right, well, I want to veer off the subject, and I'm going to read this page in Sarah Young's Jesus Calling, because that's the page I'm on. I don't care what date it is. These are daily devotionals. I love this book, and I hope that it gives you some comfort as we battle these demons who have been lying to us for so many years, and that we pray that those we love who are still fooled by the demons will wake up soon. I mean, yes, as much as I want vindication, I would prefer that people just stopped with the nonsense. And all right, here we go. Peace is my continual gift to you. It flows abundantly from my throne of grace. Just as the Israelites could not store up manna for the future but had to gather it daily, so it is with my peace. The day-by-day collecting of manna kept my people aware of their dependence on me. Similarly, I give you sufficient peace for the present when you come to me by prayer and petition with thanksgiving. If I gave you permanent peace, independent of my presence, you might fall into the trap of self-sufficiency. May that never be. I have designed you to need me moment by moment. As your awareness of your neediness increases, so does your realization of my abundant sufficiency. I can meet every one of your needs without draining my resources at all. Approach my throne of grace with bold confidence, receiving my peace with a thankful heart. You know, God is the only one who can offer you that. Another thing that I've been noticing is the fall of the Scientologists. I'm afraid to even say their names. They are this scary, this cult. And they also strive for dependence, full dependence on them. If you are depending on another person for everything that you are, just like look at Cassie and Diddy, Kim Porter, and oh my gosh, like all this stuff is coming out. These people are depraved, they're disgusting. Everyone that you thought was living a glamorous life was actually living this slave life. They were slaves. They were slaves to power. They were slaves to money. And they were slaves to depravity. And that's what you were watching on television and in the movies. And I've been screaming it from the rooftop for years. Everybody that you see on TV, well, almost everybody, not exactly everybody, but for the most part, and the biggest everybody's who you see on television and in the movies, they are slaves. It's sad, but it's true. You have no idea what their real lives are like because everything about them that they present to the public is fake. And if you knew what they were really up to in their off time or when the cameras aren't on, I think you would be shocked. All right, I am going to say ciao for now. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I'm going to try to come back later this evening, this afternoon. I'm going to a birthday party for my dear friend Lucky, who is the lead singer of the band First Generation. So stay tuned. You never know what you're going to see on the Beach Report. Ciao for now.